Welcome back. This is our last of our round 1 matchups. We have the Darth Maul on a force base, blue force base, with of our Kriss on a force base. Now this has kind of been a pet deck, magical Christmas land type of deck for me that I've been trying to put together. This leader is a 9 cost leader. Flips out on 9, but it's 9 minus the number of times you've used the force this phase. So I have been able to get her out on 6 resources, which has been pretty good. 7 consistently, using the force twice in a row. She does have an action exhauster. The force is with you, so she gets to create the force right off the rip too, which is really nice. So I'm clearly playing this in a very force-heavy deck, force units, so I can gain the force. When she does flip out, she's a 4/10 Force Jedi Republic, but if the force is with you, she also gets +4/+0 and gains Overwhelm. So she becomes an 8/10 with Overwhelm if the force is with you, which is really good. So how do we get there? Well, we have lots of 2-drops that are straight up force units. So we're running a set of Jedi Consulars, a set of Yaddles, and a set of Gungis. To note, Jedi Consular uses the force, has an action, tap, use the force. The next unit you play from your hand costs 2 less. 2 less is ridiculously gross. It lets you play a 2-drop for free. It lets you play a 4-drop on 2 resources and use the force. You can jump tremendously over resource stuff and still get there. You could actually play resupply on 3 if you play Jedi Consular first, and then still play Jedi Consular to play another 2-drop for free. Like, now, to be fair, you have to use a VAR to get the force and to do it. I mean, there's lots of ways to do it. We have lots of other units that also use the force when either they die, they come into play, or other units come into play. And we're also running a play set of events that also pump it out. So the whole idea is try to get her out as fast as possible by using the force. Something I have come to learn, that dropping a Luke Skywalker on 5 resources can be ridiculously gross.
Yeah, I imagine that'd be bad.
And we're also playing a couple copies of Yoda, the new Yoda that just got spoiled as well, because why not? So
yeah,
either he comes out the turn that Kriss comes out, or the turn after. Like, it's still really good. So we'll see how it plays. I don't know. We'll see.
Cool. I'm on Darth Maul Blue. It's just blue-red villain control. It does blue-red villain control things. It's got more of a force package, which means more early units than I probably would normally run in an ideal. But I think it's fine.
I have to be careful about how many cards I prioritize that use the force without, like, I instead of a good card, right? Like, I take something that's like, well, I can use the force an extra time here, and if I have X, Y, and Z also happen, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
Like, trying.
It's like it's a balance of the force.
I hate it. No. I'm kidding. You're not wrong. This is one of the. When I first saw this, I was like, oh man, how early can you get her out?
Yeah.
Like, can you get her out on 5? I don't think you can get her out on 5. I don't think it's possible to get her out on 5.
It's possible according to the FFG team.
Yeah,
but like, I imagine that is magical.
That's
Christmas.
magical.
That's
like everything happens perfectly, and you're playing against nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Like,
I will say, a resource every turn.
I will say when it gets close to like my 5 resource turn, 6 resource turn, I will be keeping track, because that's the other thing. You have to keep track of it per phase. It's not for the game, so I'll be using the dice. To keep track of that. So you'll know if I'm trying to make it happen. You clearly know that I'm doing. Now, in a competitive environment, I probably won't do it that way.
Yeah.
But if this ever plays competitively, we'll see.
Hey, cool. Get you on just that 6. All right. I'll take this.
And that's okay, because I get it anyway.
Yeah.
So this is one of the other cool things about her. So here's that.
Yeah, I like that you're not. I actually think it might be worth looking. Well, I guess because in order to deploy her, you need to have one of the bases. But I could definitely see looking at playing her with not 4 spaces potentially.
I think so too. I think this initial run of her, though, like wanting to do magical, like I clearly with this deck want to do magical Christmas land things. I want to try to get her out on 6 or 5.
Yeah,
that's really the point. I think that she will do better in a deck that has more health.
Yeah.
Data Vault. Well, maybe not Data Vault because it'd be double green, but
yeah,
something that has more health that she can. Because getting to 9, like, you essentially have to get to 8. And what's Yoda? Yoda is 7, right? or 8?
Yoda 7.
Yoda 7. So the most we've had is 7. We haven't had an 8.
Palp 1.
Oh, Palp 1 is 8. That's right. And he plays super hard control-y stuff. So it's all...
The fact that she accelerates herself, I think, is crucial.
Yeah.
So with my hand, I have turn 1, turn 2 plays, some more removal. It's always sad to put this in the resource row, but I think I got it.
So I definitely have things to play because I don't necessarily care about playing a force unit right off the rip since she can give me the force, but I've got pieces that I like, but not enough to really combo into it. So I think I'm going to throw this back and try for some
makes sense. Yeah.
I really want to, especially in game 1 with this, I really want to try to get the pieces that will help me get to...
Yeah.
I want the 4 drops. I want the Jedi Consular that will let me play something quicker.
Yeah.
I want the 4 drop to go along with it. Like that's all things I want to do. Or multiple 2 drops with the Consular to then play a resupply and still play something for free.
Yeah.
So I do think that I play not on the back foot, but I play slower with this deck, at least from my gold fishing that I've done. Because if I want to set up a turn 2, use the force, I have to basically take an action.
Gotcha.
To
You mean
gain
action economy wise?
Yeah, action economy wise.
It's also the type of thing that, like you said, you have to track the force, and it could be obvious. I think competitively, and this is just gonna slow the game down, but you have to do it. I think you start counting uses of the force the first time you use the force.
Oh, regardless, that way it throws it out, throws it off.
So
yeah,
that
makes
way
sense.
you don't signal when you're thinking about it that it might be possible.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we got punished really, really badly.
Do you want to throw it back so we have a better game? I mean, the recording audience will criticize you forever for it.
They will.
But I have a
so
very good opening.
This is only the third. This is only the first game.
All right.
If it was like the rubber match and we wanted to like they were 2 very bad. Well, hold on, I got a resource though.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Those got to go. Well, do I do those? Because if I do this turn that, then I can do that, which is really good. So I think we do that, and I don't. I think I want to throw that down. Okay, we'll go like this.
Garrus.
He's just an action, or is an action use the force?
Action, use the force. Do 1 damage to a unit. Do 1 damage to a different unit.
I'll take the initiative then.
Ooh, no gain in the force. I'll pass.
I know, that was like, I was like,
Ooh, this is a lot of interesting choice here. I think at this point I want to keep that. I don't need this.
Alright.
Shirt us off, sir.
Obi-Wan Kenobi has Sentinel because I played a force unit.
Sounds good. Force throw you. Does damage because I have a force unit.
It does do damage because you have a force unit. So I will throw down this Jedi lightsaber. So
I'll mark 3.
3 damage on it. Yep. And then I will use her ability to get the force.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and kill here, take 3 myself, gain the force.
I'll take initiative.
Pike Sentinel.
Yep.
Next turn.
Interesting.
That was the really strong turn 1, turn 2 play I mentioned.
Yeah. Interesting. What do I want to do here? So that's really good, but this is really good too because it makes him make decisions.
I don't like making decisions.
I know you don't. I think this goes down. I know you don't like making decisions. I'm gonna play this Chert Sentinel.
And you do have the force.
I do have the force.
In that case, I think takedown is the right call.
Oh, I really wanted to just.
Yep.
I mean, that's my whole turn, so take initiative.
Here's 4 to base.
Yep.
Next turn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put. With what he's doing. Yeah, I'll go put that down.
All right. 4.
Yep.
Eithkoth. When defeated, I may use the force. If I do, it goes into my resource row.
Oh, neat. Cool. I'm going to play no glory only results and use the force to put it in my resource row.
That's disgustingly gross. I hate it so much. I will take initiative.
I'm gonna flip Maul now. On attack, he must do the on attack. You have to use on attacks, right? They're not maze. Cool. So I have
Unless the on
9
attack says
damage.
you may do something to
I
something.
have 9 damage presented here, but
Yeah.
he does have to do that. So next turn.
Yeah, this is disgusting. I wanted to do fun things. You're not
sorry.
You're not letting me do fun things.
Yeah. I just want to do hood red.
I know. You just want to do good red thing. Red, green, blue, defeaty things. I know. I am fully aware.
Yep.
You're even taking my stuff. Do it again. Do it again.
No. Darth Vader will give a shield here and a shield to Darth Maul.
Yeah. And I'm fairly certain you're just gonna eat it, but it at least gives you a target. We'll play the Jedi Counselor.
Man, I do actually have to kill that thing.
Probably.
Okay. So I think Kriss has served her life point at this point. On attack, just force unit, get the force. Yep. I will 2/2 there and then use force finisher off.
I will take the initiative.
Okay. Then I will do 2 to base. On attack, I will ping your shield and put 1 on the Pike Sentinel.
Yep.
And I'm ready for next turn.
Yep.
Put that into the row, go into 8.
Alright, so I'm on 7 officially.
Mm-hmm.
You got 1 damage marked, 6 health.
Maul? Yeah, so he's 5 health remaining. You can take him down.
Is that not a shield?
It's a shield, but takedown gets around shields.
True.
If you have takedown.
If
Sorry.
I
I should have just specified by take him down, I meant with the card takedown.
Yeah. Kill here.
Cool.
Too bad.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do 5 to base, put 1 on Vader, 1 on Heathcoff.
Yep. We play Luke on 7.
-3/-3 to where?
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Probably here, I imagine, unless you're attacking anywhere else, because nothing else matters at all.
Yeah, we'll put it there.
So then I do 2 to base.
I was actually thinking about killing off my own Heathcoff so I could use the
yeah.
Force.
And then you could
and then
deploy
she
this
could flip
turn.
her out. Yeah.
That actually could be worth it if you want to do that instead.
That was what I was thinking about doing, but I think making him smaller so I take less hits, I think is the better option. Yeah, sure move. Oh no, you did damage.
Yeah,
to
I did
base.
damage to base, too.
He's a Force unit, right?
Yeah, it's a good force back. Thank you.
So I will take the initiative.
Cool. I'm gonna Bendu like Beckham.
God damn it.
Then we can move on to next
Did you
turn.
really just say that?
I did.
10-10 for 8 is gross.
It is pretty good, to be honest. I mean, I just keep resourcing, right?
Yeah, you didn't let me do anything at the beginning half of the game.
Yeah.
The beginning 2/3 of the game.
I did not.
Like, let's be honest here. The beginning
No.
2/3 of the game, I'm at 22. There's no way I'm getting out of this because 22.
Yep.
So I think it doesn't matter because you just hit for 10.
Yeah. If you heal 3, go to 19, I still have a hit for 10 with Bendu.
Yeah.
So if you don't have removal or sentinel.
I don't have removal. Or
Yeah.
Sentinel. So yeah, I couldn't use any of my rampy things because you just
I kept having devastating gunship and didn't want to use it on E.
Yeah. I mean, I had stuff to do, but you took all my things and did all the stuff, and like...
I did. Villain control things.
Villain control. I hate villain control. I'm sorry. Really, really do.
I love it so much.
I know you do. I know. I also mulliganed and didn't have a turn 1 play.
Yep, that's real bad.
So that's also not great. Like, it was just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mulligan with no turn 1 play is not
Probably
good.
helps if I don't shuffle in them. And I did have probably one of my best starts possible, I think.
So, I don't know that I really bring anything in because I didn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I mean, I'm running Neiman Strikes, which are good when Avar flips out because she has Overwhelm. So I can just attack with her even if she's exhausted and do Overwhelm things. I also have a bunch of space stuff that just save space, and I didn't see anything.
It's too rude, but I bring in both No Glory and Rival's Fall against you.
And then the Force is with me just because I didn't know what to put in the 10th spot. So I don't think that I care, though. Like, I couldn't do anything.
Probably the Sentinel spaceships go away.
I mean, maybe I bring in the Neimans and I attack with a Force unit. Yeah. Like, but I played that turn. I don't know. Like I said, I missed turn 1 plays, and then I couldn't come back from anything, so that hurts. So we're gonna swap out those for this.
Yeah, I think if you would have got that Jedi Consular ever early, that like before I had the chance to remove them on the spot, it would have been a lot bigger.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I had the hand I kicked back. I had at least something to play. Yeah. But I kicked it back because I was being greedy because I wanted her to do her things. Yeah. And I got severely punished for it. Yeah. Severely punished. So sometimes it happens. Now we just try to not be severely punished. You gotta play what you can play, I guess. So it's so defeatist when you just can't do anything. You're on the back foot the entire time. Yeah.
Well, I think it's also one of those things where just in general, combo rewards multiple plays so much more that, like, even if presumably you're going to make updates to this deck before, like, take out the world, but even if not, you'd be in such a better position for just the experience
very,
of the
very
plays.
first iteration of this deck, like super low to the ground, very early version of this deck.
All right,
so I think we do
just
that.
Resource the end game. I'll draw other end game.
And as much as I really
we
like
have
that,
these awesome early plays. We're putting that in the row. I don't need them.
This is what we're doing. We're gonna keep this. This is where we resourced. While this is good, I have something to do that turn, so I'm not gonna do that. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will. Sorry, it's a tough call. My options. Well. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drain Essence to mark 2 damage there. Sure. Gain the Force.
Yep. I will go ahead and claim.
Cool. I'll pass.
Yep.
Okay.
So now this becomes interesting because now I have this situation, and this is really good. But everything in my hand is really good, so I think this goes down because that doesn't do anything on its own.
Yep.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
We do 2 at base, and I gain the Force.
Sounds good. I'm going to play Kriss.
Yep.
And mark the 2 on base.
Jedi Consular.
Force 3.
Yoda.
I'll mark 3 here.
Sure. I will take the initiative.
I'm going to use the Force to do 1 to each.
Oh, yeah. Is it 1 to 2 units?
1 damage to 2 units. If you only have 1 unit, I have to hit my own.
Sure.
All right, next turn. Okay, source that.
Go with that. I think we just get in with 2 damage at base.
Cool. I will go ahead and kill her. Yep. And gain the force.
Obi. Sentinel.
I'm going to mark 4 damage on him with Tyrannus, Shield, and then Ambush in.
I will take the initiative.
I'm going to go ahead and use the force. I'll do 1 here, and let's put Karis at 3.
Sure.
And I'm ready for next turn?
Sure. This isn't good. Let's try something. Let's try something. Go to 5. Ready?
Yep.
Luke Skywalker.
Ooh. Interesting. We're going to do 4 to base, and I'll get the force.
Yep. Demon Strike.
Oh.
The force unit, even if it's exhausted, gets +1/+0 and can't attack bases this turn.
That's cool.
So I think we'll kill here. We'll do 4 damage to Tyrannus.
Okay. And you'll take 4 back.
Yep.
Which means... I'll just Perilous him.
Sure. I'll take the initiative.
I'll do 2 more to your base.
Yep.
And the next turn?
Yep.
Resource.
That has to get resource. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
We'll pay 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play Initiate Warrior. On play, I'll use the force to heal 3 from my base.
Well, that's cool. And it's shielded.
And it's shielded. So it goes to 3. And shielded. And I've used the force once.
I'm going to go ahead and flip out Maul.
Yep. He's a 5/6?
Yep.
I'll pay 2 to play Mystic Reflection and give him -2/-2.
Cool.
Since I have a force shield.
Sounds good. At this point, I'll just go take this.
We'll go ahead and use her to gain the force.
Sounds good.
And then we'll ready up. As much as I should, I'm not going to resource.
Count Dooku will defeat a unit with 4 less remaining health. It'll be your guy.
One, 2, 3, 4. We'll play her again.
Oh, nice!
Shield, use the force, heal 3.
Oh, man. Interesting. I do legit think I have to go ahead and kill her now. So I will attack there. I'll ping her and the shield on. He'll ping himself.
Okay.
And then he'll take 4 when he kills her.
Yep. And I'll use Kriss to get the...
And I'll do 2 to base.
Yep. And I'll take the initiative.
I'll pass.
Yep.
Oof. I no longer care. I've been holding a no glory only results in case you ever played an Eathcoth. I no longer care.
It's funny. It's funny because I'm going to play an Eathcoth.
Nice. Very good, sir. Well, let's go ahead and play this here Ruthless Raider to do 2 and 2.
Yep. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Yoder.
Cool. I'm going to attack your base for 5, do 1 damage to each.
My base to 5, do 1 damage to each. So 3. Finish it.
Okay. Do I clear your board here? I think so. So then Kriss will go ahead and attack Eth.
Okay.
And on death, I'm going to use the force to give Yoda -2/-2. Would you like to use the force to
I
get
am going to use the resource.
Sounds good. Then
that's a 1 usage, and then he's
yeah,
got minus
Dooku.
what?
You have -2/-2.
Okay.
So then Count Dooku can kill here without taking damage.
And I will draw a card.
And then I'm ready for next turn.
Sure. Now you've fallen into my trap.
Yep.
I now have 9 resources.
Nice.
Let's see. We're going to start by gaining a force.
I'll move forward your base.
Sure. Three, 4.
Mm-hmm. Force throw your other card.
Shutter point.
I'll mark 4 on Luke.
We'll bring out Kriss. She is an 8/10 with overwhelm.
Rifles fall.
Yep, I figured as much, but I had to get it out of your hand.
Yeah.
I have no cards left in hand, so I'll take initiative.
Cool. Maul will go ahead and kill here. Put 1 on there when I swing on your base for 5. And then 5 more from Dooku puts you at 23.
Yep.
And we can draw up for last turn.
Yep. So the issue is that I couldn't do anything in game 1.
Yeah.
Game 2, I had better outs.
You had better
but
stuff.
I
but
didn't get my ramp.
I think control is just so bad for what you're trying to
Yes.
do.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That,
sure.
yeah, that does not help at all.
For sure. Okay, so we play -6 or -3/-3 to
So
Maul.
you can kill Maul and then put another -3 on Dooku, maybe?
No, I don't have a villain card.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Okay.
I said -6 because of the other game we played.
Yeah, that makes
It's
a lot of
-6.
sense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Cool.
Doesn't matter. Though.
I'll
You
just do
you
4.
just hit me with-
No, here's the 5. 5
Yeah.
to base. There we go.
Just hit me with that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let me do things
Yep.
that I wanted to do, man. Game
Yep.
1 took all my stuff, and I also missed drops.
Yeah.
And then this game, I don't know. It just wasn't optimal. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it can happen. It's just you got to play ramp, and I just didn't get any of the ramp.
Yeah, you didn't get any of the ramp. And I think, like I said, I think villain control is going to be especially bad for you.
Well, yeah.
The fact
it's a
that
combo deck.
the fact that I brought in both Rivals Fall and I think also No Glory Only results for specifically the fact that Ikoth should be such a reliable ramp and
Yes.
like awesome unit for you.
Yeah.
And with No Glory Only results, it's like, oh, that's cool. I will ramp off of your ramp card.
So none of my decks won.
No, that's not true. You beat Qui-Gon.
Oh, I did beat Qui-Gon with
Yeah.
Talzin, which is
Talzin
the deck
won.
that I have the most.
Experience with. I also think Talzin deck's a pretty good deck.
I do think Talzin's pretty good. All right, well, Kriss can do it. It's one of those situations where, yeah, like we said, it's against the control matchup is just very difficult for this style of deck who wants to do something. But then again, that's the rock paper scissors meta, and we're building this you built it in less of a vacuum than I did. I built my decks in a vacuum of set 5 for the most part.
Yeah. I built my decks as I wanted specifically to think, how would I play this deck outside of just obviously just set 5 into the next set 5 meta was the goal for building my decks, which does mean stuff like Raven ECL doesn't care about Force 1 bit.
Correct.
This deck is like, hey, villain control. It might be a little worse, might be a little better because Darth Maul's ability to ping 2 units is really solid.
Correct.
So we'll have to see.
All right, well, that's it. That's the end of round 1. We will see what happens in round 2 when 3 of his decks face off with 1 of mine, and we'll go from there. So catch us in the next one.